What's up, y'all? In my backyard here, the lemon tree, and I'm just chilling here at the smooth skin. You know what? Today I'm going to talk about this. I kind of just had this on my mind. I'm going to talk about why you should not try to be like somebody else. And this comes from personal experience and observations from people on YouTube. I see small YouTube creators that are trying too hard to be like this one guy who now has over 1 million subs, and that's Spiritual So. Now, Spiritual So, I'm not going to hate on him or anything, but I feel like I was too involved in what he was saying. I was too keen on what he was saying to try to understand the complexity of this universe. I trusted what he was saying right off the bat. And it's funny because the first video that I watched from him was with Will in a car about 6 or 7 months ago. We were watching this video and he's talking about COVID and the vaccines and shit like that. And it was that video that kind of prompted me to go on this conspiracy craze, and it actually helped me with my spiritual awakening and questioning things. But at the same time, I watched every single Spiritual So video because I was dependent on what he had to say, and I felt like I was trying too hard to be like him or formulate the same conclusions or opinions as him, because what he was saying made sense half the time, but it only made sense because I wanted to believe it. I was perceiving reality as Spiritual So was perceiving it, but in real reality you had to try to perceive your own reality from your original perception of reality, if that makes any sense. Sounds really philosophical, kind of complex, but I hope you get that message. Anyways, I see these YouTubers that are trying really hard to be like him, that are making the same type of material that he is. They're just talking on their video screen and just walking around, and I'm not gonna hate on anybody for being themselves and trying to come across their own conclusions, and maybe some of these people actually have been meditating and looking within and actually trying to find answers and trusting their intuition and letting it guide them. But they seem like they're looking too close into what Spiritual So is saying, and it is really weird. It's really weird because I see way too many people that are using him as inspiration, and it's okay to be inspired by somebody, but it's hard to explain. I hope you guys get what I'm saying, that people seem like they're brainwashed by Spiritual So when it comes to anything questioning reality. People are looking too far into things and coming up with a conspiracy theory for every single thing possible. Sometimes you have to take something at face value and leave it as it is, so it doesn't hurt your morale or it doesn't hurt your mental state of mind, because sometimes if you look too far into something, you're going to go on this craze, you're going to go down a rabbit hole, and it might actually affect you emotionally. And some people will probably deny that, but everyone's the same. Everyone has experienced some sort of emotional suffering just based off how they perceive something, or how they've looked into something, or what changed somebody's perception of reality in a negative way. Now, with Spiritual So, he thinks everything is conspiracy. For example, the one video that he made last week I didn't really like, because he started questioning whether or not Black Panther, the actor of Black Panther, actually died of cancer, which is a little too far overboard. You can't think that everything is a conspiracy. You can't think that everything is staged. And I was once like this, and now that I look back on it, I feel like I was a dumbass. I sounded stupid, because it's not like I can fully prove everything, and I was talking about it so passionately that I thought it was 100% facts, like 100% real. And I feel like that's what Spiritual So thinks, and that's what some of his viewers think. And Spiritual So has this way of calling people that don't think like him bots. And because of that, his followers or his subscribers call other people bots that don't really think the same way they do. Now, it's one thing to be spiritual, and it's another to be not spiritual, but you can't be hating on everybody that's not spiritual or not similar to you in terms of spirituality. But in the term of bots and then the chosen ones, he's basically insinuating that he's better than you because he's a chosen one, and that he questions his reality and has his third eye open. And in my opinion, it's a little too far. It kind of feels cringy to call somebody bot now. I used to do it, but I realized that that's not my thing. It's not good on my part. It doesn't look good on my part to actually go out of my way to call everybody a bot. Now, some people are like true bots, like they're really bots. But that's a story for another time. But you can't be calling somebody a bot because they may view or perceive something slightly differently from you, which is what Spiritual So and his subs do. And I'm not trying to hate on Spiritual So, but it seems like he's gone a little far overboard. And I know he doesn't really care about his subscriber count or anything. He feels like he's fulfilling his purpose, which I hope he is. But you have to question everybody, even some of these big YouTubers that have a big platform and seem like they're trustworthy. You have to question them too, because in a way they may be brainwashing and indoctrinating other people to think a certain way about their reality. And wow, I've gone off on this. This is a pretty good subject that I want to talk about and get off my mind. It's something I'm going to upload soon. But yeah, Spiritual So, he's a good YouTuber. I think that he knows what he's saying deep down, but at the same time, it's possible that he could also be fixed. Like he could be fixated on a certain reality. He could be put in the matrix. He could be a plug in the matrix, just like he says other people are. He could be that person. He could be there to sway others and their opinions, to or spread this fear-mongering message to make people scared, or to not have people actually come to their own conclusions and actually be themselves because they're too focused on what he's saying. So anyways, that's all I really had to say. So thank you for listening, and Psychonaut Visions signing out.